My name is Latisha Di Venuto, and I'm a junior at Wake Forest. My concentration is communication, but I also have a concentration in political science and religion and public engagement, and I'm from Plainfield, New Jersey. I grew up my entire life being in churches. I was a part of the Episcopal Church as a kid, and my mom used to send me to Sunday school, and I was an acolyte for the church for a while. And I always believed in God and always was sort of around an environment of believers, but I guess I never really understood what was going on per se. I never really got the truth. I never really understood the concepts of the gospel and grace and salvation and what it's like to give up all things and just follow Jesus. I never really understood what any of those things really were. I kind of just went through the routines and went to church services on Easter and Christmas and celebrated with my family, but never really understood any of the actual messages behind what was being said in the gospel. God was pursuing me my entire life, and I think God has been revealing himself to me throughout my entire life. And looking back at certain situations that have happened in my past, I can see how God definitely has been playing a huge role throughout my entire life and throughout my entire family's life. But I guess before I knew God and before I knew Jesus really, I didn't understand that it was his divine intervention. I thought it was sort of just, these are the circumstances, this is what's happening. Bob Bruce from this church came to Wake Forest campus and talked about his experiences with the Lord and gave his testimony to the Wake Forest University population. And after I heard his story, I found that a lot of the things that he was saying were similar to things that had happened in my life. And I was like, wow, this man knows what he's talking about. And this man, he's convincing me that there's something greater than just the mundane life that I had been living in beforehand. And after I heard Bob's testimony, I guess I sort of really started seeking the Lord. And there are a lot of Bible studies that are held on campus, and Michael Hayes from here, he hosts a Bible study on campus once a week, and I go to those Bible studies and we start reading the Bible and going into different Jesus statements, like Jesus's I am statements. We studied some of those, and we studied Matthew and a bunch of different books of the Bible that really helped me get a strong scriptural foundation of the gospel and the truth. I really think that I came to know Jesus through coming to Reynolda Church. I first started just coming to services on Sunday. Michael Hayes invited me to church and was saying that he worshiped at Reynolda Presbyterian and invited me to come to church, and a couple of my friends and I came, and we just started coming back and coming back and coming back. And when I came to worship, I just saw how elated everybody got during worship time with the Lord, and I think that inspired me to dig deeper and to find out more about why are these people getting so happy and what is actually being said in these songs. The message seemed very clear and seemed very deep and seemed very moving and very inspiring, but I didn't know any of the truth behind it. So I kept searching and I kept seeking, and I found the Lord through that. Reynolda Church College lunch is a good thing. We always have a really good time after church services, going up there and being able to have some fellowship with other college students that go to Wake Forest that attend Reynolda Church. And I think that there's just a huge community outreach from the church at Wake Forest campus. And I think had it not been for those experiences, I still probably would not know the Lord today. I think my life is just a lot happier. I don't really get down on a day-to-day basis. There are things that come up that are kind of, unfortunate, or you wouldn't want them to happen, but I never really see them as negative. I see them as just things that are helping me become a stronger person, helping me grow in a closer relationship with God and other believers. And I personally think that since now that I know Christ, I think there's just a new transformation that I'm going through as a person. I'm becoming more Christ-like in a sense, a lot less self-serving and a lot more willing to help others and willing to serve others. And because of that, I think my life is just being put in a more positive trajectory for the future, and definitely for my salvation after after life here is complete.